Hey viewers, you're watching the Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. Tens of thousands of Palestinians returned to the heavily damaged northern Gaza Strip on Friday, that is October 10, 2025, as a US brokered ceasefire between Israel and Hamas took effect. The truce raised hopes for ending a brutal two-year conflict that left much of Gaza in ruins and displaced nearly 90% of its 2 million residents. For many families, the return was heartbreaking. Rubble had replaced their homes, forcing them to salvage what little remained. The ceasefire followed intense negotiations and is part of a 20-point peace plan announced earlier by US President Donald Trump. Under the agreement, all the remaining hostages held by Hamas, about 20 believed alive, are expected to be released within days. In exchange, Israel will free roughly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners detained since the war began. However, key figures like prominent Palestinian leader Marwan remain in Israel custody. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed the ceasefire but stressed that Israel would keep a military presence in Gaza until Hamas is fully disarmed. Israel forces have started withdrawing from urban areas but still control about half of Gaza's territory for security reasons. If Hamas disarms, peace will come the easy way. If not, it will come the hard way, Netanyahu warned, signaling possible renewed military action if Hamas refuses to surrender its weapons. President Donald Trump called the ceasefire a turning point born from exhaustion on both the sides and expressed confidence it would hold. His peace plan includes deploying an international security force, mainly troops from Arab and Muslim countries, to oversee Gaza's internal security while Israel retains control of its border. Donald Trump also proposed a major international reconstruction effort led by a board of peace co-chaired by himself and former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Hamas rejected the plan, insisting that Gaza's governance remain a Palestinian matter. As the ceasefire took hold, scenes of cautious relief mixed with despair across Gaza. In Khan Yunis, returning residents found neighborhoods utterly destroyed. There was nothing left, said Fatima Radwan, a displaced resident. Similar scenes unfolded in Gaza City, where families walked through rubble-strewn streets. Children played among the ruins while adults searched for belongings. Our homes are gone, said Mahari Sakla. But standing here again, even on rubble, is a kind of joy. The humanitarian situation remains dire. The United Nations has been allowed to resume scaled-up aid deliveries starting Sunday, with over 170,000 metric tons of food, fuel and medical supplies pre-positioned in neighboring nations, ready to enter Gaza through border crossings like Kerem Shalom. For months, the UN and partners delivered only about 20% of Gaza's needs. Fuel shortages and malnutrition are widespread and hospital remains overwhelmed. The International Criminal Court is investigating alleged war crimes, including accusations against Netanyahu and others of using starvation as a weapon, claims Israel denies. The conflict began in October 2023 when Hamas militants launched a deadly surprise attack on southern Israel, killing about 1,200 people and taking 251 hostages. Israel's military response has been devastating, killing over 67,000 Palestinians, many women and children, according to Gaza's health ministry. The war sparked global protest and accusations of genocide, which Israel rejects. Families of hostages remain anxious but hopeful. Some hostages are expected to be released soon, while others mourn loved ones lost in captivity or fighting. Stephen Brisley, whose sister and nieces were killed in the initial attack, hopes his brother-in-law's body might be returned for burial. "We hold our hope lightly because we have had our hopes dashed before," he said. Despite the ceasefire, uncertainties linger about Gaza's future governance, whether Hamas will disarm and how reconstruction will proceed. Hamas officials plan to redeploy local security forces in areas vacated by Israel troops, but it's unclear if armed militants will return, a move that could reignite violence. For now, Gazans are tentatively returning to their shattered homes, yearning for peace, but aware the road ahead remains fragile. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.